Hi there, just wanted to say good morning on what I think is coming up to our third week of lockdown, and just to say hi and hope that you're all doing okay. My name's Helen and I am the Seed Counsellor. So ordinarily I work in a secondary school 2 days a week, seeing both teenagers and adults, and I also have my own private practice seeing adults. So I've been working from Zoom this last couple of weeks, and I just thought I wanted to share some top tips with you from having spoken with my clients, and just to keep focused on a few things which might help us as we go into week 3 of lockdown. So one of the things that I have really noticed is prioritizing sleep. So my number one tip is really focus on your sleep, because a lot of the people that I have spoken to, sleep is the one thing that seems to have really slightly fallen by the wayside, and that's with all of our routines are a bit different. So we're not doing what we would usually do, our husbands aren't doing what they normally do, our partners aren't, our children aren't, so we're all out of routine, and so it's easier to stay up a little bit later and suddenly find out that, oh my gosh, it's midnight and actually I'm really tired, but then I don't sleep very well because maybe I had a glass of wine too many, and then actually the next day isn't really how we wanted it to be. So I guess what I really want to say is notice when you want to go to bed ideally, and see if you can bring some of that back, see if you can bring some routine back into your sort of nighttime routines. My other thing is, with sometimes heightened tensions going around, my top tip number 2 is you don't have to show up for every argument. So there might be times when you maybe get an email from somebody, or within the household there are tensions and kids are getting frustrated, partners getting frustrated, husbands are, whatever it is. It's a difficult time for everybody. So just perhaps notice that and know that you don't have to show up to every argument. If an ex-husband, I know some people who are struggling and they're on their own looking after the children, and actually sometimes they get an email or a call from a partner that isn't very supportive or helpful. It's okay, you don't have to show up for that argument. Just let it drop, let it go, walk away from it. So give yourself some time out if you need it. My number 3 top tip is to keep active and fit if you can. There are so many things out there, the Joe Wicks morning workshop, yoga workshops, bar workshops. There's so many options for us to do. We don't have to do any workshops, we can just get up and go for a run, or we can go out for a walk. But actually what I've really noticed is clients who have been managing to get out and exercise every day are finding it much easier to kind of face what the day is bringing to them, whether it's an early morning walk or whether it's a lunchtime walk or an early evening walk. Try to see if you can fit some kind of exercise or routine into your day. The other thing is to give each other some space. That was my top tip number 4. It's really hard, isn't it, because we're all on top of each other, which we've never really experienced being before. Children are normally going out to school, we might be going off to work, we might be going out to do different things, to go to the gym, to meet a friend for coffee. Husbands are going out to work, or maybe they're staying in, but we're all in and out a lot, aren't we? And actually now we're all in a lot, and I think we can easily intrude on each other's space and encroach on each other and start micromanaging. Well, shouldn't you be doing this at this time, and aren't you going to do that? And actually I want to say, kind of just take a step back sometimes, just allow each other to all have a little bit of space, because it's important to do that. Comparing is another one of my things. It's so easy, isn't it, when we look at social media, to think, oh my gosh, look at what they've done for lockdown, look at what they're doing in lockdown, or look at what they've baked, or look at what they've achieved. And actually we can sometimes feel a bit demoralised and a bit demotivated by that. So what I want to say is really focus on what works for you as a family. What do you all enjoy doing? What can you all do? So don't worry about what everybody else is doing in a sense of a negative comparing way. Think about what is it that we know motivates us as a family, and choose to do it. Food and drink. That's just to say, really focus on what you are eating and drinking, and just make sure that you're increasing your water, that you're eating lots of fruit and fresh vegetables where you can do, and that you're not heading for the biscuit tin and the glass of wine a lot more regularly than you would really want to be. And again, just notice if that's been going on, just take stock a little bit and think, okay, how can I manage to change that? And my final one is to be kind to yourself. I know that sounds a bit sort of, I don't know, it's a bit of a cliche and it's thrown around a bit about these days. But what I mean is notice who that voice going on in your head, what's it saying? Is it saying, oh, for goodness sake, why haven't you done that? Or I thought you were going to do this. Or like, is it being, are you being negatively critical of yourself? And actually, if you are, again, I just want you to notice that and just actually start thinking, how can I be kind to myself? So actually, I can give myself a break. I don't need to be perfect. None of us are perfect. I just need to be doing the best that I can do, and that is good enough. Anyway, those are my whistle stop top tips. I hope that's been okay for today. Please do let me know what you think, and I'll be back on Thursday with some more tips specifically related to teens. All right, take care. Bye.